Are you somebody that's heard about a paint and sip party, but you honestly have no idea what it is? Or are you an artist that's thinking about joining the paint and sip industry, but you honestly don't know what the heck that is? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what the definition of a paint and sip party is, and I'm also going to give you 6 key points as to what makes a paint and sip a paint and sip. So stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is JJ Long from JJArtworks Studios, and welcome to our YouTube channel where we help artists create profitable paint party businesses, and we also help aspiring artists through our painting tutorial videos. So thank you so much for being here. We truly appreciate the love and support. So let's just dive right into what the definition is of a paint and sip party. And basically, long story short, a paint and sip party is a social gathering where an art instructor teaches you step by step on how to create a painting, and you get to sip on a beverage. That's basically it. It says it all in the title, a paint and sip. You're just painting and you're sipping. And they are a ton of fun. I've been doing paint parties for over 10 years now, and they just keep growing in popularity. So I highly, highly recommend that you do one or you start teaching them. It's just a ton of fun. I keep seeing smiles on people's faces every time I teach, and it's just a ton of fun. The other thing I want to say before we start diving into the 6 key points is that there's a lot of interchangeable words that stem around paint and sip. So a paint and sip can also be called a paint party. It can also be called a paint night. It can also be called a wine and paint or a canvas and paint party. So there's a lot of different names for it. But long story short, all those names mean the same thing. It's just a paint and sip party. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. But the first point, let's just run right into the 6 key points here. So the first point I want to say is that it's a social gathering. So that is the number one reason why you're there. It's not a class. The art instructor isn't going to grade you. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to make fun of you. So it's not like a classroom setting. It's a social gathering. The focus there is for you to have fun with your friends and family, maybe meet new people and mingle. It's great for a date night. So that's the first thing. It's just a lot of fun, and it's very, very low key, very relaxed. So it's a social gathering. Number 2 is that paint and sip parties have an art instructor. So basically they're there to give you guidance and lead you step by step through painting from start to finish. So they teach you how to paint the sunset. They teach you how to paint the fluffy clouds. They teach you step by step on how to, paint the pine trees. And they're there just to kind of give you guidance. They also do give you individualized guidance. So one-on-one coaching or art instruction. If you have a question, you're like, I don't know how to paint the sunset, they can be like, oh yeah, you want to blend the yellow into the orange. It's a very friendly environment. It's a very welcoming environment. And the art instructor is there to basically guide you and offer support through the whole entire process. The third thing that makes a paint and sip is that with your ticket purchase or the painting fee, it includes your painting supplies. So when you show up to a paint and sip event, the art instructor usually gets there about an hour, hour and a half beforehand, and they put art supplies at each place setting. So you'll have your canvas, you'll have your easel, you'll have your paintbrushes, you'll have all your paints put out, you'll have an apron, you'll have the mixing palettes, the water cups, the napkins, the tablecloth will be on the table. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. It's a full-service event. So when you show up, you don't have to bring any supplies with you. Everything there is included in your paint and sip party, which is pretty awesome. Number 4 is the sipping portion of the event, which is very, very important. The sipping portion. So if it's an adult paint party, traditionally these happen at bars and restaurants, and basically you can have a beer or a glass of wine or a whiskey and Coke or whatever your cocktail of choice is. You can have cocktails while you're painting, because if you're going to be there for 2 hours, that's traditionally how long a paint sip lasts, is 2 hours. It makes it more enjoyable when you're able to nibble on something or have an appetizer and then also drink something. So that's very important. Also, paint and sips can happen at kids' parties as well. Obviously, the kids and the children, they're not drinking alcohol, but they might have apple juice or lemonade or soda and water. So paint and sips do translate to kids' parties as well. but I personally like to call a paint and sip for kids events. I like to call them paint parties because it's a little more general. It doesn't focus on the sipping portion of things. But basically, paint and sips can be an adult or a children-based event. So that is number 4. Number 5 is the venues and the style of events that happen. So, like I said, traditionally these events happen in bars and restaurants, but I've also done, hundreds of corporate events as well, like team building workshops or employee engagement, where I set up at a company's cafeteria or their conference room or their lobby or something like that. I've done many events at schools and universities, many apartment complexes, many retirement homes. So there's a wide range of venues where a paint party or a paint and sip can happen. And there's also many different style events that can happen as well. So I've done fundraisers, I've done bachelorette parties, kids parties, birthday parties, baby showers. The list goes on and on. Different holiday themed events like Halloween parties, Cinco de Mayo, Christmas parties, Easter parties. So basically, any type of occasion or holiday you can think of, you can spruce it up with a fun paint and sip paint party, and it makes for a really fun, memorable time. And the last key point, number 6, is basically very self-explanatory, but you can take the painting home with you. So it's a really fun way to kind of commemorate the event. You get to take the painting home, you get to hang it in your master bedroom or the bathroom or your office or the living room or whatever. And as you walk by the painting for years and years on end, you'll be reminded of a really fun event that you had with family, friends, or coworkers. So that is the long and short of the definition of a paint and sip party. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time visiting our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button below and also hit the bell notification icon where you can be notified of different videos as soon as we come out with them. We come out with weekly videos. And also, if you're curious as to what types of supplies we use, I have all the links in the description below as far as what types of paint kits we recommend or what types of brushes we use and canvas and paints and easels and things like that. Also, if you would like to hire us for a paint party at JJArtworks, we're always available. We are available globally for virtual paint parties. We can ship our paint kits to your front door. We're down for team building and employee engagement. And also, if you'd like to hire me in the Los Angeles area, I'd love to paint and sip with you. That'd be a super fun time. Just visit JJArtworks.com and fill out the contact form on our website. And I'd love to paint and sip with you guys. And then lastly, if you're an artist watching this and you're thinking about getting into the paint and sip industry, or you already have a paint and sip company that's running and you're looking to up your game, I do offer one-on-one coaching. So please hit the links in the description below and maybe we can hop on a phone call and chat about the future. So thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate the love and support, and I'll talk to you all in another video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.